Hey guys, welcome to my reading. Haven't done one in like 2 months. I'm back at it, right? So this reading is going to be on how does their family perceive you? What do they think about you? It's going to be part one, part two. Yeah, I'm going to get my nails done too, man. It's going to be a great month. Part three, part four, 5, 6, and this is 7. Hello to those who chose pile one. Let's get started with reading the energies. This card is supposed to represent the overall family dynamic and describing how they are, whether they're toxic, whether they're not, like who knows. And this card is supposed to represent how the family perceives you. The energy I'm getting from their family dynamic is a bit strange. I don't know how, in your specific situation, this family is. I don't think that um, their family's very close with one another. They have very like loose ends with each other, or that could also represent that like there's tension in the air, like there's unresolved tension. So those families that they show on TV, or that's how an actual family's supposed to be. They're supposed to be happy, sitting together, laughing with each other at the dinner table. This is not this type of family. It's like if they all were to sit together at the dinner table, it would just be very quiet. Maybe the parents would try to start conversations, but like the children wouldn't have it. Not only they wouldn't have it, it's just like, oh, this and this, just like minding their own, being isolated in their own rooms or just doing their own things. I don't really think they care about bonding with one another. In regards to the children, it's like if they have siblings, it's like these are people who are related to me, very very related to me, and I have to live with them until I'm like 18. I have to live with them until I graduate. I have to live. It's like a short period of time that they're going to be living together, and the siblings know this, and they're just content with leaving. Like they know that they're going to leave the house. I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad though. I'm not getting anything bad. It's very detached. It's just I'm getting like the cat's very like touchy, like very like aware if someone or something tries to touch them, and it's like they don't like that. They don't like being touched. So I don't know if the parents didn't. Well, not I'm saying I don't know, but I don't. From what I'm reading into the card, based on your situation, but I think that the parents didn't provide physical touch for the children or emotional support. If there was emotional support or physical touch, it was in a very mature manner. So it's one thing for your child having an anxiety attack, and obviously the mother or father comes and is like, "Oh, don't worry, Mija. Like, don't. Sorry, I'm talking Spanish, but don't worry. Like just try consoling them like that. But in a mature manner, I mean, like the mother or the father comes and is like, okay, look at me in the eyes. Okay, you're gonna calm down. Come on, breathe with me. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna put water in your face. We're gonna put, like just rational. That's what I mean. Handling the children rationally, and I don't think there's anything bad with that. I so far it's all the personalities of the siblings are like this. They're not comfortable with one another. They're probably closer with their friends, definitely. So yeah, I can't tell if that's a problem or not. um, okay, so let's go on to how they perceive you. Yeah, I'm getting that they have a lot of respect for you. I think that the family does like you. I'm really getting that. I think it's because you know how I talked about them in like a detached manner and just kind of a professional way of handling their connection with one another, like just like a distant. They see you like that too. Well, I mean, like you're probably different, but I think that they feel like you were raised like them, or they just like there's something in there where they feel like you're similar to them, like, and they just like that about you, and it's so easy and it's so comfortable. So I feel like literally everyone likes you in the family. I think it's because you don't cross lines. You're just very go with the flow. Hey, let me ask if they want to go to Baskin Robbins. They say no. Okay, it's all good. Maybe some other time or not. They like that you say that instead of pressuring them. So yeah, I guess like one more thing I'm getting is something else that they like about you is like you don't care if anyone likes you too. So that's also why they like you. Like there's no pressure for them to like you, which in turn makes them like you. So yeah, you're very compromisable, just very easy. I'm just getting you're straight to the point, and they very much like them. All of that, I mean all of them like that. So over here on this portion is how does the family feel about you? And I was getting this devil card. I'm not gonna show the imagery, but uh, like it wanted to enter in, but it wasn't supposed to. They feel like I'm kind of getting, how they describe Geminis as like I was gonna say two faced, but it's not even that because I feel like that's so stereotypical. It's more of like playful and fun. So I'm getting a lot of like games, but it's like you tap someone on the shoulder and then you walk away, and then they look that direction, but in reality you're in the other place, and then they end up looking and say, "Oh, it's like I feel like you're doing a lot of that, or you definitely like mind games, but it's like they like that you do this, or you say just jokes where like it's not supposed to be a joke but it low key is a joke. I don't know, something like that. It's like a double meaning. Like you do a lot of that. You have a lot of like you do a lot of contradictions where it ends up being funny. I'm getting that you're really funny, and they really like that. Also, like this family just really likes you. They especially if you give them suggestions, they very much take your suggestions into account. Like how it said over here, how they have a lot of respect for you. Let's say they were wearing like I was getting over here with a white coat, and then you're like, honestly, you look real good with a black one. Like, have you ever tried a black one? I'll go buy it for you, and then you can try it on. If you don't like it, I'll just return it, and you buy it and they love it. It's like that. Like I feel like you're known for that. Like you're a very good guesser, or like, but it's like you using your intuition, and you just simply giving advice, or you just like to give gifts. If you give them gifts for like their birthday, or you don't even have to give gifts, it's simply you offering to buy things. They really like that you do that, because the stuff that you do buy, they genuinely wear it, they genuinely like eat it, like they actually like whatever you're doing, whatever you offer, whatever advice you offer. They all take it very seriously. I'm getting all of them too. And with the retreat card, I'm getting more of the interpretation, like I got like the word treat, and then like as in like the treat is coming and going and coming and going and coming and going, and they feel like I'm getting like an imagery of like a Rice Krispie, and you give your little sister a Rice Krispie, and then you come back in like a week whenever you see them, and then you give another Rice Krispie. Like they really love interacting with you, even if you don't spoil them with gifts or buy stuff for them. They simply they just love not your energy, but the way that you think and your personality. They like that you're an individual. Something you do, it stands out. They have respect for whatever career. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just complimenting you like this whole time. Hi guys. The interpretations I'm getting with the devil card. Okay, guys. Let's say you're asking about your partner, your significant other's family. If you're asking about them, or like you're just like romantically linked, they feel like in bed. Oh my gosh, they feel like in bed. I'm sure that not all of them think this. Maybe the one parent, at least just someone in the family, or maybe multiple, think that like you're the dominator in bed or something, or like I feel just like your personality and just the way you carry yourself was very captivating. You feel like it's if you walk in a room, like everyone has to notice you. It's like that, and it's like you have that energy about you, and they feel like in bed, like probably like they're whoever you're dating or whatever, like can't handle it, or like they feel like they probably think that you're too pretty for their person or something like that, where like their person's kind of like the odd one out in bed, but like maybe there's chemistry, not, but like I guess that's what they would assume, about your relationship. If it's not that, and you're asking about like a friend's family, if you're asking about just someone else's family, I feel like if you're having an affair with someone in this family, they know about it. Or if you're sleeping with someone in this family, they know about it. Whether they care about it, I don't know, because they all still very much like you around. Or maybe you're the stepmother, right? Maybe you're the stepmother and you're kind of confused because they're all detached and like, do they truly like me? They like you and they feel like you're too good for their like dad or something, or maybe your stepdad. They feel like you're too good for the stepmom, or oh no, honestly, if you're the stepdad, I feel like they think that like you're uglier than their mom or something like that. But it's like who cares, like you're cool. If you're asking about your own family, they think that you. Sorry, I have to get all the interpretations out there. They think that you if you don't sleep around, it's like they know that you're sleeping with someone. They know that you're sleeping with someone, or they know that you're sleeping with people, and they assume that you're super good in bed or something. Yeah. Okay, so over here is supposed to be does this family like you, or are they going to like you if you haven't met them? Do they like you? I already told you that they like you, and I feel like the answer over here, if you're in a relationship, they think that you're gonna leave whoever you're dating right now, like for something better. Like they feel like your energy's temporary, because over here in retreat, it's like you're coming back, and they're knowing that you're coming back, but they like you're onto bigger and better things. Which, if anything, okay, if you're asking about a friend's family, they actually like this about you. It's like they're very detached. They have the future ahead of them. They're all very different. And they like that you're like that too. But if it's a partner's family, they think that probably you're too good for them, or like if it's not that, like they don't see you guys lasting long. And it's not in a bad way. It's not even an insult towards you. If anything, it's an insult towards whoever's the person in their family, because it's like you're such an amazing person. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. I'm just getting like just everything about you is just what's the word, like just not sparkle, because sparkle's like cute, like zesty, like fiesta, like feisty, and they're just grateful for the time that they're having with you right now. If it's your own family, they think they're very proud of you, first off. They're very, oh my gosh. I don't think all of them are proud of you, honestly. I think it's maybe a few siblings, and for sure your parents. are so proud of you. I cannot express, like, I feel this feeling in my heart, like, you know how whenever they say that parents try to live vicariously through their children, I don't see them enforcing anything onto you, but you taking initiative and you going on in your future. I feel like crying right now. Like, I feel like so blessed and proud to at least have done something right. Which, you know how over here in this interpretation I was saying that probably the parents weren't very touchy, or just wasn't emotionally there for the kids. There's probably something there in their past, you know, where they went through things, and maybe they thought that they were going to turn out as a f up. They thought that they were going to have kids, you know, like in gangs or something, like you know, like continuing on that culture. But maybe with you, it's like, yeah, you didn't do that at all. If anything, you turn success. Your everything about you is success. Everything you touch is success. Opportunities are open for, like, yes, I'm so sorry, I can't stop complimenting you. And also, if you came from a poor background, like you guys started off as poor, like, I really feel like crying if you guys did start off as poor. I'm feeling how they're feeling. It's like if they were like a fuck up before, you know, like, at least they did something right. Like, they kind of feel like they don't deserve you, you know, like, you're such a great whatever. Let's go stop. Okay. Okay, so over here is the future of your connection with whoever this family that you're asking about. Sorry, I cried. It's kind of same thing, like coming on to here on the future of the connection. If you're asking about a person's family where you're in a relationship with their daughter or son or whatever gender they are, if you do even end up staying, honestly, I'm getting that you're not going to stay with their person. Like, they're holding you back or something. And with the if you believe, I'm kind of getting like them saying, "Well, I saw that coming," you know, or them thinking that, and they wish the best for you. I don't even know if it's gonna end horribly, like you're cheating on them or something, or them cheating on you. I don't know, like it ends up being toxic. Honestly, they're still gonna always like you. They're always down hanging, kind of, you know, like if it's a friend's family or like an acquaintance's family or something, I actually, it's like a connection, like you're a very important business connection or something, and they see you going off and doing your own thing, like just creating like your empire, like whatever it is. But with the if you believe in this card, I'm getting like you're a very reliable connection that I have. If you need to tutor like their kid with a certain subject that they know that you excel in and there's no one else, you know, offering, they'll ask you, and they can rely on you to say yes, because I feel like they want to overuse this connection with you. Okay. Wow. Okay, future of this connection, if this is your family that you're asking about, who, if you're dating someone right now, they think that, not that they think that, I think that you are going to marry them, or you're going to be with them forever or something, whoever you're being serious about, if you are, you know, or you're going to be with them for a long, long time. You're going to have a kid with them, something like that. Hmm. It's weird. It's only talking about a relationship. Um, I guess if you're single, I don't think they ever picture you dating. I mean, ever picture you marrying someone. And even if they feel like you're gonna marry someone forever, or even if you are gonna marry someone and stick with them monogamously, or however it is, they just feel like you won't like it. So let's say you are in a polyamorous relationship, they can see that you're uncomfortable with it or something, or like they don't think that you're comfortable with it, yeah. Or if you're, let's say, like you're tied down, you're married now, or if you're long term like boyfriend or girlfriend, it's just something about it just doesn't look comfortable on you. I'm getting like the shirt doesn't look comfortable on her. She doesn't like it. Like she's showing she doesn't like it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But especially with this card, I'm just getting like they're always gonna be there for you, like a very steady foundation. Like, oh well, if you end up falling out, you end up moving out of their house, so don't worry, we got you. You know, it's like your family saying that we got you. You know, you can live with us. It's all good. Okay, so please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night. If you're not, do some meditation or something. You know, I know that we all have those moments. So yeah, bye. Hello to those who chose part two. Let's get started. I wish I could sing. Oh gosh, all right. Let's just. You don't care. Anyways, this represents the overall family dynamic of this card represents the overall family dynamic and like what's going on in there, you know, like is it shady? Are they all faking it? You know, like who knows? Or is it great? You'll find out, Ram. And this is how this family perceives you. I don't know why I feel like saying this, but this is the energies right now. Okay, unless like I stated that I don't think it's going to change, I'm saying it because I see it in the cards. So believe me if I say it or not. I don't know how, but the staining in the backgrounds of this picture, I'm getting that this family, like, I'm not necessarily saying every single thing, but whenever it comes to a family decision, like, this is the type of family to get together and make family decisions. You get me? Or if one of them's having a problem, all of them need to help them find a solution, or as much as possible, whoever's available at the time. You know, like, they're very much there for each other, this family. Whether someone's getting bullied, like, if three people are working and two people aren't, those two people are gonna go and say something. Or if someone needs help with homework, whoever has the knowledge is going to offer it. You know how someone asks you to like mop the floor or something and you're just like, I don't feel like doing that. This is not this kind of family. This kind of family is like they'll do it even if they don't want to or not. And I don't feel them feeling like the repercussion feeling of man, I don't want to do this. You know, like being lazy or something. I don't see this them being lazy. I feel like this family's, if anything, they're pretty active. If they don't go out often or go out on vacations often or go visit people often together, in their family together, it's like they have like they probably have like a board game night. They watch movies together. They're very interactive with each other. They're very comfortable around each other. You know, and with that being said, they're probably comfortable with, you know, arguing with each other because they know that at the end of the day they have each other's backs. Yeah, they're gonna forgive each other either way, and it's like family is, you know, like you know how those people who are very strong about their family units. I'm just really like getting that whenever they're all together, it's like you can't mess with them. You know, like their energy is very specific towards them. And I don't know what the energy is, but whether it's like they're very strong and they're all yelling, you know, like they're those kind of family, or it's the kind of family where they seem all regal, you know, like whatever specific in your situation, but that's how I'm viewing it. They're all very active in each other's lives too, and they don't mind that. They're very open about their lives. I could picture them even be open, like, you know, I'm gonna ask my older sister, you know, like, or even like my parents too. I'm gonna sit down and have a talk with them because I'm starting to be sexually active. Let me tell them so that way they can give me tips. You know, like this is like you know, like that comfortable. It feels great. I don't see anything negative, honestly, about it. Okay, with the roadless travel card is supposed to represent how they perceive you, and I feel like they think that you're very if you're not rigid and on a specific schedule or like it's like they get like control freak vibes. And when I say control freak, it's not oh my gosh, like why didn't this go my way, you know, or you're not very spontaneous for sure. You if they were to just randomly be like, you know what, let's go on a beach trip, because that just feel like this kind of family would do, like let's all go in it. You're gonna be like, well, I'm sorry, but I don't have enough money to travel over there, or I don't have enough money to like enjoy my time over there. Like I don't like it's like specifically getting like you don't want to take anything from them, or they perceive you as you don't like taking their food. Like let's say from the pantry, this was like a very comfortable family. Like they probably always tell you yes, but it's like you still ask out of politeness. They, like you have a restriction. And I think that there's something that they see in you that's kind of like not developed. Even if you do have this career, you're making all this money, it's like you're like a workaholic, or there's something that you do like in excess. And it's not like drugs or anything. Like your addiction could be work, your addiction could be depression, because I'm getting like you're not spontaneous. So I feel like a spontaneous person would kind of like just like cope with drugs a little bit. I'm okay, whatever. um, I'm saying this, but I'm probably channeling like how the family like feels about it, like in regards to you. Like I'm very much getting like an earth vibe over here, and even though it's brown, I'm getting like it's like the mixture of like how like fire's red, and then water's blue, and then air is white, and then earth is like brown. I'm getting like this is like the color that you get if you mix all that, even though if it isn't. Like I'm just getting like they're all very dynamic, like they like to do new things, and like you're not like that. Like, and they, not that you don't try, but they can see that you're uncomfortable. When I said that there's something underdeveloped about you, it's either like, let's say you are addicted to work, it's like there's something underdeveloped about your social skills, or maybe you don't like to work and you only live with your husband or wife or something. You're like a stay at home. Like they feel like something wrong there. Like, or like they see that you don't like dancing and being creative and having fun. They feel like there's something wrong there. From childhood. It's something like that. But overall, it's like they don't. I'm not getting that they dislike or like you, honestly, from this interpretation. I was able to get that from the last one. They think that you won't leave your mark on this world, or like you aren't remarkable enough. They can see that you're settling for a job. Like let's say they see that you're settling for a job, and when like you're settling for like an accounting job, when they can't see you like you're amazing at volleyball. Like, let's say that like you are genuinely like Olympic level, but I don't know, something like that. Like something about being like a little lost, or wanting to delay something, whatever. Anyways, this is how they feel about you, the family. How they feel about you, they think that you don't mesh well with them, and they think that you think that too, but they like that you're giving the effort. And if you haven't met them, then they simply think that, I'm getting the analogy of like ice and fire, like those do not blend well at all. They need to stay separated. It's like you two are very different. Like the way that you approach life is way different than them. The way that you interpret things is way different than their family. I'm not really necessarily getting anything about them thinking that they're superior to you, but it's more of like this monster's them, but I think that the monster's so big because it's like it's a whole family, you know? And this is like you against the whole family, but there's no competition, there's no tension. It's just like you two are different species, like, so it's like it has to take a while to get used to. But with that in mind, I'm not even getting that they don't like it or they dislike it. It's simply like, how do they feel about you? They feel like if they were all to be running on the London Bridge, or I don't know, on like a bridge, let's say, and there's like a sidewalk and a car, like you notice the car coming at them, but they're all talking and laughing and having fun while they're all jogging together. So you literally push them all out of the way and they're able to avoid the car. That's how that they feel like you're like that, so it's not all bad. They just feel like you're very reliable, you're very stable, you're just very set in place. With an opposing scenario, they can also see they're all at a get together, they're all at a bar having fun or something, and they feel like you dancing or something would make you uncomfortable, or you'd be the one sitting there at the booth instead of dancing or having fun or interacting with other people that you don't know. Over here is does this family like you, or are they going to like you if you haven't met them? With Divine, this is the Empress card. It's covered it because her titties are showing, but with those two in combination with one another, I'm getting that they don't like. If you're gonna try to make them change after you're done going to the club with them and stuff, you end up having to talk with them the next day, like, hey, you guys shouldn't be drinking that much, like, because you don't know what's gonna happen to your liver. I noticed like you guys kind of drink a lot. Like, if you say something like no, like that's unacceptable in their eyes, and whether they show it or not, I don't know. But that's like, no, you're not about to get into my business. I'm not about to get into your business. You got your own life. We got our own lives. I'm like a sharp boundary I'm seeing. But it's not I keep on saying this, but there's nothing bad. Like they don't dislike you or they don't like you. It's just there's a healthy boundary. That's simply it. They're not about to tell you like, hey, I noticed that you don't like being creative and you don't like dancing and notice that all this stuff. I noticed that you have a problem with that. Um, just something happening in your childhood. Like none of them are about to do that with you. This is the okay overall. Like this is what's always gonna happen. There's always gonna be a healthy boundary. But I feel like you seem like a pretty stable person. You seem very you like structure. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, I need more for those people in my life, but they're indifferent with the way that you are. But I feel like this is popping up because you probably want to tell them stuff, like you want to tell them how to do things differently, like whether it's to buy mop products or not, like different mop products, different dish soap, or like introduce foods. And I can see how you already know about this. I feel like if you meet them, you're gonna know you're gonna sense this like healthy boundary that there needs to be, and you don't know whether to cross it or not. And I'm just letting you know that in regards to critiques or helping out or something, or just trying to make them change a little bit, try to help them out, a way to get into like their heart. So instead of telling them like, hey, I went on Amazon and I found these great containers. It's a set of 16 of them. Found them for $15. They're super easy to wash off. They're like non-stick, all this stuff. They're not gonna like that. Okay, they're not. Okay, but a way to get into their heart and a way for them to accept you, like criticizing them, not often, but like is for you to buy those containers and gift it to them and literally be like, oh, well, hey, since I already bought these containers for supper, do you want to put the leftovers in here? And then once they start washing the dishes, you're going to be like, wow, like, Pal 2 was right. Like, these are great. Like, doing things like that is going to break down that healthy boundary barrier so that way you can cross. But with that in mind, once you start doing that, they're probably gonna start doing that with you. They just don't wanna. They're very hyper aware of crossing boundaries, and they just don't want to do that with you out of compliance and respect. So this is gonna be the future of the connection that you have with this family. This is a great reading overall. Even the first one is like, guys, your future with them is great. You're very very closely bonded. If this is your friend's family, oh my gosh, like they're gonna basically be like your second family, like for real. All of them are gonna be your. That's basically your step sibling. That's basically your stepdad. Like, oh, you guys are gonna get so close to them. Wow. And specifically, if you're in a partnership and you're asking about their family, I'm getting that whoever you're in a partner, whoever's your partner in this family, I feel like they're kind of like the black sheep, or like if they're not the black sheep, like black sheep is like they're kind of outcasted in their family, but another way it could also be is that they're just super different. So let's say like they're all Mexican and they all listen to Bad Bunny and stuff. But then your partner is the only one that dresses in all black and listens to like rock or something. It's like that. Like they don't have to be outcasted or not. But especially like I'm getting that your partner's different from them and they're going to as you're getting reeled in and like if they're your family, it's gonna be the same thing with them. So if anything, your partner relationship with their family is gonna very much benefit along with it. So it's just I'm getting great interpretations. Honestly, this is great. You're gonna get closer to them. If you're asking about your own family, yeah, you're. If you're asking about your own family, I feel like they're gonna feel horrible. I feel like they're gonna feel bad that they're just now finding out all these things about you and all these facets to you, your life experiences, and they're gonna feel bad because they didn't know about this before, and they're gonna actually, yeah, they're gonna feel guilty about not including you in things or not getting to know you like this because I feel like with the other family members they're gonna feel bad but they're gonna love you, they're gonna always love you. Anyways, yeah, like with this card I was getting, those people that can like squirt the milk out of their eyes, I was getting that. Yeah, with the love yourself first, I'm getting just a loving bond is just guys are gonna have love and bond. This is a great reading, guys. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Please comment too. Like I really like to read your comments, believe it or not. And yeah, bye. Hello to those who chose pile three. I have to ooh, gotta cover. Yeah, let's get straight to the point here, right? This card represents how does like the family dynamic of whatever family you're asking about, and this card represents how does this family perceive you. Maybe this is the energy I'm getting from like you perceiving them, because I'm not really getting answers. There's like something off, I guess you can say. I've really got the word hazy, like mixed signals. I don't know if they're like this with other people, but like, or I don't think I'm reading their family dynamic. I'm more of reading their family dynamic whenever it comes towards you. I don't like it. It's like sending you in circles. Like, let's say it's super cold in the house and you want to change the thermostat, and then you ask someone about you ask like a family member about it, they're like, I don't know, you should ask like my mom. You ask the mom, I don't know, you should ask Stacy. When you ask it's like sending you in circles, like you can't get an answer from them. And I'm getting like they're doing this on purpose, like they just want to dismiss you, like they don't, like I'm feeling like how a teacher would feel if a student kept on texting them and emailing them all throughout the weekend to review their paper before they turn it in, and it's like like whatever, else leave them on bread, but that's not even working. And obviously, in order to fix it, you just need to read the paper. But even then, like when I read the paper, I just want to half-ass it, and if it's not that, like I just want to give them like a low grade because like they're just so annoying. Like it's like that. I don't think they're annoyed of you necessarily. It's more of like it's like a pest. Like you're asking too much stuff, or if it's not that, it's like yeah, it's like you don't need to know us. You don't need to get to know us, honestly. Like, do you really care about my day? Do you really care? Do you really care about the weather? Maybe they don't maybe they see you as like you ask about very mundane things like, oh well, what's your career? What college do you go to? Oh, you don't go to college? Okay, so what's your job? It's like they just feel like that in itself is just asking too much. Like they feel like you're just getting too much into their business. And it's like yeah, like stop. And if you're a quiet type and if you're not like inquisitive like that, it's like stay like that. Like they don't. They don't want to. They don't really want to interact with you. Honestly, they don't want to interact with you. I can picture like if this is a family friend or if this is your boyfriend, girlfriend, or if this is your own family, it's like you come home, you come to their home, and everyone, even though like everyone's out there like talking in the living room, like everyone just runs to their rooms because they just don't want to talk to you. It's like that. And I'm not getting their overall family dynamic. I'm getting that's how they get whenever they're with you. So this is how they perceive you. You want to know what I read first? Okay, like I just intuitively just go to the lines. I haven't never read this like full statement, but what I got was she started speaking to her, and then I immediately went to this line, which is, "Are you keeping captive? Like, are you keeping her captive?" I know I'm not. I don't want you to get offended. It's just like the audacity of people. Like from my perception, yeah. I'm sorry. How they perceive you, they don't care about you. They don't want to get to know you. They don't want to. They don't. Especially they just don't care what you have to say. They truly don't. If it's benefiting them, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll like listen in. And if this is like a partner's family, like if you have super loud like sex in the house, like they could also care less. Like I'm I'm getting that you're not even important to them. Like you're not even important enough for them to even judge. They're kind of treating you like trash, but they're not necessarily saying that you're trash. Anyways, yeah. So if you have like loud sex, with even like your friend, like just randomly hook, I don't know, like they don't care. They could care less. They're not even gonna judge you. They just don't care about you judging you. Like judging you would mean that they would even have to care about you. Like if you were to even backstab them, they don't care. They don't care if you're a bad person or not. My point in like repeating this is like you can be like Naomi Campbell. You can be just someone so beautiful, like a model. You can be the sweetest person in the world. They just don't care about you. So please just don't try to force anything. I was letting you know because that was a hard lesson for me to learn. But okay, this is how they feel about you, which I already got kind of the idea over here. Oh, by the way, if you're asking about your family with these cards, I was like getting it's like you're just full of bull. Like I don't know if maybe like you were a former addict and now you're recovering. If you're not, I don't know, but they just don't care either way because they just always assume that you're an addict. It's like that, like specifically if you're not an addict and if it's something else, like whatever, just pertaining to your situation. Okay. How do they feel about you? They feel like if even if you haven't met them, like this is how they're gonna feel about you whenever you meet them. You follow the rules. At least whenever you're around them and their family, like you do follow the rules. Which I mean, it's nice. I'm trying to compare it to something. Okay, let's say if you guys have seen Rick and Morty, the father of the family, like no one likes him and everyone looks down on him. They always like degrade him, and even the grandpa degrades him. And he's been kicked out and stuff, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like whenever he's behaving in the house and he's just minding his own business, not bothering anyone. But when someone looks at him, it's like why is he here or something like that. Like okay, that's not how it was all the time in Rick and Morty, but I'm getting like that feel because it's not that they don't dislike whenever you're around. It's just like it's kind of annoying whenever you're around. But it's like, oh, whatever, they're there. They'll go away eventually. It's like that. And even if you do interact with them, or let's say you have to go out with them for like a family event, it's nice that you follow the rules. Like your boundaries. You know that you have to listen to them. You know that you have to follow their traditions. Let's say if this is like a very traditional family, so it's like we can't even have a problem. Like they can't even make a judgment out of you because you don't bother expressing any judgments towards them or being vocal towards them. So I could picture you probably keeping to yourself and being quiet whenever you're around their family. And they're like, okay, good. We can tolerate you like that. It's like that. But like if you were to ever be expressive about something or speak up about something, it would just be like, no, like we're not having that. We're not having that here, all right? Like it's like they would try to put you in your place. If you have a if you're asking about your partner's family, they think that your relationship's fake with them, or your partner's being fake with you. It's either one. If this is your friend that you're asking, to this family, the only thing they kind of like about you is that they like that you're good for their friend, or for your friend. Like they can see that you're actually a good influence on them, and that you've changed them for good or something like that. And yeah, and if you're asking about your own family, it's this is really sad, but it's like a safe distance. I keep on giving like an addict example. I'm sorry. Like you're an addict, and once in a while you come around every few months or something, maybe for holidays, and you're just well mannered. You know, you just mind your own business. You don't ask too much. They don't ask you too much. They know what you do. You just go off, do your own thing. You come back. Oh well, we just won't ask you. You live your own life. You know, it's like that. You don't have to be an addict, okay? With this justice card, I'm just getting for you personally. Just this isn't your family, so to speak. If you're asking about your own family, it's like you can't ever find family in your own family. I know that sounds really messed up, but you need to find it in some other family dynamic. You know, maybe your partner's family, someone else's family, just not yours. If you're asking about your partner's family or your friend's family, you're just never gonna. You're not meant to be a part of this family. And honestly, they seem annoying. So I don't see why you would even settle for that. Even then, over here is, do they like you? Do they not like you? Or are they going to like you? It's like free will. I can tell you what's going, if they're going to like you or not, but just do whatever you want, okay? They are going to actually like you if you completely ignore them and if you stop hanging around with them. So let's say you stop going around their house, and you just 10 years later, you just never see them again. And then 10 years later, you're going to get married to their kid or something. Then they go to the wedding. Then that's when they're going to like you. It's like something like that. Or like if you could just care less about them, that's when they're going to start liking you. Because proving to them that you're a good person, like it's just not going to help. It's more of like the action. So I feel like once you, if you're going to go this round and not talk to them at all, like I'm really seeing like just not even go over to the house at all, not even hang around with any of them. And on social media, you start posting like sports cars, or like you just like, I don't know. It's like you just randomly meet them like years later, and it's like, yeah, I'm a CEO. Like if you were to superficially level up, that's when they'll like you. But if you continue going over to their house and being around there, they're just gonna look down on you. Okay, over here is what's the future of this connection that you're gonna have with this family. I think that you're just gonna get fed up with them. Like this kind of fed up I'm getting is like you leaving and really never seeing them again, and you just hope to never see them again. Or it's like you just tell them all off, like you, and then you storm out. With the lovers in the reverse and the near future, I'm specifically getting that like her blood is like precious, you know, like it's like divine. But this is like your blood, and I feel especially like if you're gonna tell them off and if you're gonna storm off. Like I'm not telling you to specifically do this. It's just like this is. I'm really getting like this is all your own choices. If you continue to see them, it's whatever. Like who cares? Whatever is for your personality, and if you do end up telling them off, they're gonna actually regret treating you the way that they did treat you, but there's like no way to amend it, or they're not gonna contact you, but they're gonna actually feel bad because you're gonna like express things and you're gonna point things out, or like I don't know, you're just gonna say something to force them to realize like the way that they're acting towards you like just isn't right, and you deserve better. And I don't know, like it's like you're actually very precious. That's it. You're gonna point out that you're actually very precious if you do decide to speak out. they're not going to acknowledge you during the fight, but once you leave and you're never going to see them again, kind of like, or forever, they're going to, the more you're gone, the more precious you're going to be towards to them. Honestly, this might actually possibly happen, that you're going to speak out or speak up for yourself or maybe for your partner. I don't know. But yeah, after that, I'm just getting all ties are cut and it's their loss and they're going to realize that it's their loss. So feel bad if you're in this. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello, Pal 4. Let's get into it. Okay, sorry. Okay, I know I'm extra. Okay, so this card represents the family that you're asking about, or the coworkers that you're asking about, just a group, you know. I said family, but it could be that. This is their overall dynamic between one another, and this is the card that represents how they see you, perceive you. The group of people that you're asking about are very blunt, straight to the point. Like, I got a song in my head. I forgot what it's called, but it's this rap song, and it was like "Don't f with us" and stuff like that. So I'm picturing a family that like lives in the in like lower economic community, like they, I don't know how to describe it. If you've, let's say you've always lived in an affluent neighborhood, or you've never visited a lower income community often, but for me, I would have relatives, and it's just a certain comfort that you get in their house. Like I'm getting that comforts people assume like equate that with like silk and like like luxury, but the comfort I'm talking about is like homemade comfort. So like the house doesn't have to be like the prettiest. They could have like Dollar General, like dollar store decorations up, but it's cute, and it feels homey. And I feel like this is the type of home where like the mother probably like decorates every single time there's a time to celebrate. So like, let's say for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever their religion is that they celebrate, it's just very traditional, this family. But I feel like they don't have a lot of money, or I guess you can even say status. On all these family members, it shows on their face, their demeanor and the way that they act, the experiences that they've gone through. There's like just people that you see and you're just like, their aura is just so vibrant and it's so intimidating and it's so in your face. Their aura doesn't have to be like that, but you can tell, not necessarily by the way that they talk and the way that they act, like their physical appearance and the way that they hold themselves, I guess, like a demeanor, that they've been through it. Like, I know this is random, but I know that there was a study performed that I read a long time ago, and I forgot all the details in it, but it was basically describing how people in prison, how they physically look different than the average person. And one of the things was like their shoulders slump, like their shoulders are like more forward or something. That's like subconsciously a marker that people can tell that they've been through, prison life and stuff. It's like that's what I'm trying to say. But this is not like intimidating, like, oh well, don't mess with us, don't interact with us. It's not even like that. It's like how I said, the homey feel, like they'll take in anybody, they'll talk with anybody, but you're not gonna mess with any of us. You get me? Like we're all very close to one another, and that like we're always there for each other. Okay, this is how they see you. I feel like they're trying to help you out with something, or they're very nosy in your business or something like that. Like they're trying to tell you things to improve on yourself, or like specifically like a situation. Like they're trying to help you hone a certain aspect. I can definitely see how this is a workplace environment if you're asking about a workplace. But it's like you're not there yet. Like you don't have to act like them. You don't have to have the same demeanor as them. Like they don't want you to be like them. But it's just like you're. It seems like you're at like a beginner level. They want to help you advance, and they want to be like a stepping stone for you to like keep on further increasing. Yeah, it's honestly all I'm getting is that they see a lot of potential in you. I don't know if they like or dislike you, but it's more like every single time like you come around, it's like, okay, well, looks like we gotta help out Pa Four with this. So it could be like you're shy and they're trying to make you more comfortable, and they're doing that by like inviting you to birthday parties like of other relatives, like it's like that, but they're very it's like their way, it's like come on, let's do it, and you have to do it their way. But I'm not saying nothing bad or good if they like or dislike you. But I'm sure they wouldn't be doing this if they didn't dislike you. Unless it's a workplace environment, then I can see how they're doing it just because like you need to get on the same pace. So over here is how does the family feel about you? You can tell that they've been through a lot, like each and every one of them, in their own unique ways. I'm getting like how do they feel about you? I don't know whether you should be concerned about this or not, but from what the interpretation I'm getting from these cards and what their cards are telling me, you don't got to worry about this. Um, but basically, it's like they're for sure like one step ahead of you, and I think that that's why they take the lead and you follow, so they can like ensure that first off. And I'm just getting like they know that they have the ability to bring you down or something. Like they can easily it's like they can easily just tear off like your I was getting like the wings, like they can easily just tear off your wings. But it's like I can admire them too, so why not admire them? It's like in a way it's like they have a certain power over you, and that's how they feel about you. And I'm not getting how do they feel about you. It's nothing bad though. They're not bringing you down here the way that they're perceiving you. So then why not have someone else that's different than us to go with the flow with us. Like what's the point of bringing down or bringing someone else down? Now I can see how in their past how these people would have brought someone else down like you, or people who weren't like them, but I think that they've learned from like their mistakes or something. Okay, so this is, do they like you? Are they going to like you? And honestly, all the cards came on reverse. Whether they like you, if they do even like you, they don't want you to think that they like you. I this has to do with like the superiority thing I was mentioning before. But like honestly, the energies I'm getting from this, it's nothing heavy. Like they're not doing it like maliciously. Like okay, well one day we're just gonna turn on Paw Four. Like they're not doing it like that. It's just I guess that's just the way things go in their family. They like to have the upper hand on people, but they don't feel anything bad about you. It's light, and I think that the reason why they feel so light about you is probably because I feel like you're not like them. I feel like you haven't like you don't show the experiences that you've been through on your demeanor like them. So maybe you have been through the same caliber of things or even worse than them, but they would never know. No one else would ever know because you're very good at hiding it with the way that you act, and you just act very regal, even though you've probably been through even worse than them. I don't know. Like my point is that you can have even more experience than them. You just don't show it. So that's why they think that they're superior to you, like subconsciously. This is kind of all subconscious, but the point is that because you don't show it, like I think the way you handle yourself is very light, you're very open, and you're very nice. And because you're like that, they're just gonna match your energy. So I feel like that's why this isn't all negative. They aren't trying to like pull off your wings and stuff, like how I was mentioning over here. If you were confrontational and if you were like all like this, like this would all be like they would have shut it down real quick. Like there would be no connection between you two. You get me? Do they like or dislike you? It's more of like just go with the flow. Like they're telling you that. through these cards. Like, who cares if we do or if we don't? And I feel like that's one of the things that they're trying to teach you too. One of the lessons that they're trying to teach you. This is coworkers or like a frat. Like, that's one of the lessons they want to teach you and like other younger people. Like be an individual. You know? Yeah. Over here's the future of your connection with this family. There's something about like you getting one up on them. Because over here I don't know why they value it so much about them having one up on you, but I think it's gonna end up reversing with the religious factors card. I'm getting kind of like a feel of fate. So if this is like coworkers, I think that you're just gonna end up getting like a position that's higher than all of them in the future. If this is, I don't know why it's getting coworkers too. If this is like a family dynamic, I'm getting that if you're dating someone that's within their family, I think that you're gonna have a kid because they're so traditional. Like they respect like the maternal figure, so the siblings are gonna have start treating you definitely with respect. You know, like you're gonna, but it's good for you at least. It's not necessarily bad for this family, but it's that they're not gonna have a hold on you anymore like that. Like, or it's not even that they see you as equals. They think that you're above them now. Okay, please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to the people who chose Paul 5. So let's just, let's get on with it. So, this card is supposed to represent the family dynamic of whatever family you're asking about, and this card is supposed to represent how does this family perceive you. Basically I look at the imagery and whatever draws me in, I look at that particular thing and I get words or I hear something or I see something, and just the things I was experiencing, it's like this is like too shifty. I got the phrase like it's too shifty to be a real family because I was getting like constant renewal, and then I'm just thinking like but there's nothing homey about it. You can do constant renewal and that like they're constantly on new projects, onto new adventures, moving to different places, but I wasn't even getting that. It was like replacing new members or something, or expecting the members to change constantly probably to one person. What's it called? Like an oligarchy? Like maybe it's like an oligarchy kind of thing. it Sorry, I have to interpret this energy like one at a time. Like me trying to enter myself into this family dynamic, like me myself, I feel like I'm too constrained. You get me? Like I gotta follow specific rules. I can't say certain things. I also have to say certain things too. Like probably they have to do a prayer every single night, or they have to recite certain things every single day, but it's not fun, like, and I'm not even getting the word traditional because like this feels too man-made to be wait, does that even, I don't know, I'm just whatever words are coming to my mind. I think that by that I mean like you know how whenever, let's say, like a bomber or a killer follows a certain tradition, but they skew it to match their mentality and to make them okay with whatever they're doing, the bad thing that they're doing. It's like that. Like one person is doing that and they're forcing everyone else to follow it. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. Like for sure it's like no fun. I could picture like the children in this family not being able to go out to parties for sure. So surprised if they would be able to go over and sleep over to a friend's house, even if they're like adults. Like even whenever they're adults, like I could picture them being like, okay, well, you can go ahead and live with us, but it's like you have to get a job, and that's the only time you can go out. And if other than that, it's like we have to know everything about your life. And it's like I'm not even surprised if this family is being brainwashed by one person's ideologies. and it's like this one person's trying to create a beautiful picture that in their mind they think is right, but from a outsider's like look in, it's just it's ugly. This picture is it's tainted. I'm really getting that tainted. And this is so funny. I usually get great interpretations with this card, but the few interpretations I get that are bad, it's like it's ugly. Honestly, I don't even want to be sucked into this disgusting energy, so I'm just gonna stop reading them. I don't want to say more about the family guy because I don't even want to look at that card anymore. I like really like I'm just gonna try this card around. I'm just gonna like I can't. It's disgusting. Okay, so this is how they perceive you. They think that you're naive. If this is a case where it's like one man is, asserting themselves, like just brainwashing, okay? Brainwashing their siblings, I mean their children, but if the children are brainwashed, then this does not count into how they see you. And unless the children are brainwashed into whatever ideologies that's being forced on them ever since they were a kid. So yeah, with that in mind, they just think that like the stuff you do is stupid, or like or the especially if you have a job or a career they think is stupid. They don't respect it. I'm just gonna say what they're thinking about you. Like, what are they perceiving on you? They're for sure judging you, and like especially if you have like your hair dyed, if you do makeup on yourself, and just any way of like self-expression shown on you, it's like seen as unessential and like looked down upon. And for sure, like, oh yeah, that path that she's taking on. We all for sure, or like I for sure can't follow that path. Whatever family member is being brainwashed or is thinking like this, it's like, and then also like, whoa, what a waste of a life. So I'm just really getting whatever you're doing, they just think that you're wasting your time. And I don't see a reasoning for it. It's just that like it goes against their beliefs at the end of the day. Yeah, that was literally just it. It's kind of like dull to the surface, like their judgments on you. I don't even think that they even, if you've met them before, also like your personality is like thrown out. Like they don't care about your person. It's just like the things that you do was against whatever they believe in is seen as like okay, like she's wasting her life, like doing that, or like they're judging you like that. So this is how do they feel about you, this family. There is for sure no emotional connection there, at least on their end. This was so uncomfortable, like especially if you haven't even met them yet. Like this interaction is gonna be so uncomfortable because it's like your version of fun is way different than their version of fun, or like your version of jokes is way different than their version of jokes. But it's because like they're either brainwashed, and like the one person that's like brainwashing them is, or like this forced this dogma onto them is annoyed that you're trying to bring in your ideas. So it's just like this awkward time. I'm really getting that, and it's like you're just trying to make it work. Okay, so this is, do they like you or are they going to like you? These three cards. No, no, they don't like you. They don't like that you're not, or that you're not going to adjust to their lifestyle. Like you're gonna put your identity first and your independence first. Even they see it as compromising, but it's like this is not compromising. Like, whatever the version of compromising is, it's like it's like you're either all in or like you're out. It's like that, and you're like just like okay. I don't know what your opinion is, but it's like this is it's ridiculous. That's what this is. Okay, whatever. This is the future of this connection. Okay, if they have children, I think that you're low key gonna like expose them to new things. So I think that in the future you're still gonna continue interacting with this family. I don't know why, but if they have children, or if it's not the children, if they don't have any children, then it's like the wife, because I don't really know if the man in the family is like if they'll accept this. So I think that the wife or the children or maybe no, yeah, it's either one. You're going to show them like I'm getting like you're gonna show them like an actual movie theater, like what's it like to be in one, or like to you it seems like simple things that everyday like things you should enjoy even when you're kids like they've never experienced, so you're gonna bring that experience to them, but it's like it's a secret, and they're gonna all like you can trust that they're also gonna keep their mouth shut too, because they're gonna be very grateful for the experiences that you're gonna, I don't know, it's like invaluable, you get me, like what you're gonna be doing for them. It doesn't have to be movies too. It can be like you give them books. It's like it's whatever that they're going to like. So let's say like you introduce them to video games for the first time or to social media for the first time. I don't know. It's like stuff like that. So yeah, in the future, if the children don't like you now, or if the mother doesn't like you now, okay, it's either like the children or you're gonna do this with the mother. So it's either one. They're going to secretly like you in the future, but they can't show that they like you that much. Whoever, the wife or the children, like whoever you're doing this for, they're gonna start looking up to you as like when they used to look up to their dad. Now they're only looking up to you now and your beliefs because it says if you believe. So yeah, whatever outcome ends up happening with that particular scenario, I don't know, but I'm just letting you know that this is what's like for one of you, like this is gonna happen. So yeah, please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose Pal 6. Let's get right into it. So this card is supposed to represent the overall family dynamic of whatever family you're asking about, and this card is supposed to represent how does this family perceive you. I feel like this family is like smart in a particular way, and by that I mean like they all could be book smart, or they all could be like the survivalists. Like they all can be smart in that, or they all can be like tech savvy, or they're all in like the justice system. It's like that. Like there's something that they're all. If it's not professions, it's like they're all really good at giving advice is what I'm getting, or like they all follow the same spiritual thing, or like whatever it is that's all the same about them. First off, it's very telling about their family, and second, it's like they have perfected this. So if they're all very smart and very good at like talking and like playing mind games, like it's like I could picture. I don't know. It's like I'm getting a lot of variety. I can't like stifle it. I feel like I would stifle it if I were to try to label it one thing. That's why I'm giving so many options. So I don't know what exactly is unique about this family, but the one thing that they all have in common, they're all like excel at it. And they're very forgiving, and they're very, I would not necessarily say free flowing, because yeah, flowing of life and river, like I know that that's in there, but it's not that. It's like you have your own autonomy. Whoever is going to enter in, it could be like a friend, someone, it could be girlfriend of someone, it could be someone's baby mama, baby daddy. Like you have your own autonomy. We don't have to have a connection with you. It's like that. You can do your own thing. If you want a connection with us, we'll go ahead and give you that. But it's up to you. And this is a very like I'm getting very like a clean energy. So um, nothing tainted about the way that they view the world or their judgments. I feel like they're very not necessarily rational whenever it comes to that, because they could very well be like very traditional and believe in spirituality, but it's like there's something about like like the scales of justice. It's like that's what's going on here, and that's how their like vibration as like a whole family is. It's like it's not too high up here, it's not too low up here. I feel like it will be almost impossible for a family connection to be too high up here. So it's just like it's always clean, it's always reliable, it's always safe. But in regards to handling other people outside of themselves or friends coming in, it's like, oh well, like if you want to eat dinner with us, you can eat dinner with us. Like we don't mind being forgiving or giving like that. This could even be a family that like every Thanksgiving they go out and they like give food to the homeless. You know, like they could be giving like that, but it's like if that's the only time you're ever gonna hit us up is on Thanksgiving to just give us food for you, like we don't mind. We're not judging it. It's like not judgmental. Yeah, there. Sorry, I was trying to get to a point here with the scales of justice, but yeah, like they're not judgmental of people. They don't care if you're gonna be a crazy baby mama, baby daddy, and you're gonna give their child issues. It's like it's their life to live. You know, it's they're kind of detached like that. And I feel like each and every one of them is individualistic, like their preferences and the type of people that they like. So it's hard to say if they all would even like you or not, even though I'm going to give you that answer later. But yeah, this is how they perceive you. Oh yeah, one more thing I'm getting if I haven't repeated with the families that like they're reliable. Okay. Well, like only to the people that they actually like, you know. So like that could be their family members and maybe a few other of their friends that come in. Okay, that's it. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting this, but if you're asking about your own family, if you're asking if your own family that likes you, you know, they like you. They really do. They, I'm smiling right now, like a mischievous kind of style, like smile. I mean, so I think that you, if you're asking about your own family, you have like a close connection with them. They love the way you think. You know, like like you challenge them, or you challenge certain family members, and it's funny. Like the things that you do is like theatrical kind of, and it's like comical. And it's just you, especially the one thing that they like, all of them like about you the most is that they can't predict what you're going to do. Like, it could even be like, you just randomly just be like, hey, you know, I want to be a veterinarian. And like, even though you wanted to be like an artist, and it's like, okay, why not? Like, they expect that kind of thing from you because you're very, you follow your heart, and they like that about you, and that's what stands out about you. Because I'm getting this family, it could be a mix of people that are very different. Like for all I know, like you could also have a sibling or a parent that's like super traditional, super like this and this, but even they like you know, like you all like each other. That's what I mean, it's all cohesive. Okay, and other than that, if you're asking about a family that you don't know, I don't think that they really like you, especially if they've met you already, or if you haven't met them already. It's like the first impression is just it's gonna be off. They could already know stuff. They could have already heard stuff about you that they didn't like, so they're already judging you based off of that. And it's like kind of putting a spotlight on you and like analyzing your negatives and your positives and whether that was true or not. If they heard things, I don't know, but like there's something kind of like shifty about you, you know, like kind of like they don't know if they can rely on you. They don't know if your intentions, there you go, if are good or bad. So they'd rather assume that your intentions are bad, even if they're questioning it. It's like there's probably a reason why I'm questioning it, and this feels like an intuitive thing with all of them. Like it's not like if they all come together and talk bad about you. I think that they just intuitively know, because this seems like, you know how I was saying the skills of justice, and that's like how their vibration is. It's like if all the family members are like that, at least up to that level, especially whenever they're together, it's like I could picture them in like their intuition, you know, being in flow, being in check whenever they're all together. You know, so I'm pretty sure that their intuition isn't wrong. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Unless they're being skewed by bias, I don't know. But yeah, you're not reliable. That's what I'm getting. So this is how they feel about you. How does this family feel about you? Maybe certain members feel like this, but overall, I'm getting they don't want you around. Okay, they don't want you around their family. They don't like you. They don't want you around their family. And if you're talking about your own family, because I was getting that interpretation, how do they feel about you? If this is your own family, it's saying that specifically your siblings, you need to, how do they feel about you? You need to teach them more. So maybe like the parents are feeling like your parents are feeling like you need to teach them more. Like, I'm not necessarily getting like, oh, you need to interact with them more, you need to spend more time with them. Because maybe I'm, I'm getting a family where all of you guys are individuals. Like, you guys are all different from very different from one another, and each and every one of them has specific problems that it's so hard for the parents to keep up because the parents are probably very busy. They got work to do. It would be nice for you to keep them in line, and they feel like you don't really keep them in line. Not necessarily that you don't at all, but like you're just kind of lax with them, and they want you to be like a low-key like a parental figure for your siblings too. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So over here is, do they like you or are they going to like you? Same thing over here. If this isn't your family, like if it's just someone else's family, I'm getting that the reason why they don't like you. And at first I was like, no, they don't want you around, whatever, all this stuff. And I was getting kind of like, the point is that their opinion you can change, but the way that they perceive you right now is that they feel like you're the type of person that's like, how I said like shifty. It's like you plant things to start up things. So they think that, I don't know, like you're gonna plant little rumors inside the family and it's gonna cause chaos, and you like seeing that because they can't. Once the chaos happens, like they can't be like, okay, well, who told you this? Oh, well, he told me this. Oh, well, he told like it can never be tracked down to you, and they feel like you're gonna cause chaos in the family or you're gonna cause problems in the family. So that's why they don't like you. It's more of like a preemptive strategy. They'd rather you be a good person and them still not trust you than for you to be a bad person and for them to trust you. You know? And they also feel like at the end of the day that you're not reliable. I'm just getting like your energy's kind of like come and go. Like I'm telling you, like shifty. Like you, if they ask you for help, you'll be like, oh, I'll just help you out the next time I come, and you don't come in like 2 months. It's like that. But I feel like I'm telling you, I feel like they have a reason to think this. But if you're asking about your own family, what they don't like about you is that you don't ask for help from them. Like I'm getting like you're someone who you could be very sick and you still go to work. You could have broken your leg and you're still going to go to work. Like I don't know, like so you're very very hardworking and self-determined, and you have very strong will. Like it's very passionate, and I feel like you overwork yourself, or you just do too much, and it's hard for you to see that because I feel like you're just not that experienced enough in life to know this about yourself, like how to gauge when to stop or not. But they can obviously see it. It's just they don't like that you don't ask them for help, or they don't like that you don't listen to them whenever they tell you to stop or they calm down or try to rest more. Like you don't rest, like you just end up doing something else. It's like it's just about you being too hardworking. It's but something that they do. Okay, even though there's like that, even though I said the negative, what they do like about you, if this is your family, right? You're you're hyper aware of things. So I feel like I don't know if your family know. I feel like you're like psychic, or like you have some type of like abilities where like you can just sense things. Like you generally can sense things. But I feel like this makes you prone to mental health problems. You can very fast go into like a state of depression, and you can very fast go into a state of anxiety. Like it's being overwhelmed with emotions because you're being hyper aware of your environment. And I'm pretty sure you're aware of this. What they like about you is that you listen to their advice though. So if they're like that job is it really paying you enough? Like don't you think that would be better like working at this job? Like I think I know someone there. And you're like, oh yeah, let's do it, let's do it. It's like you're open to that. And I feel like something else that they like about you is the fact that you're hyper aware of things. So you can be your mom or your dad could just be sitting there, and you could be like, dad, like, are you stressed? So something I read about in this book was that this and this. So I don't know if that's advice, and that was like the perfect advice for them. Like you were just like spot on, like you just know things and you tell them, and they're like you're like a conduit, and they really it's like a blessing, to have you around and to have you give this advice, and they all each and every single one of them genuinely like you. I feel like it's very hard to not like you. And I feel like the way that you handle yourself is very professional, very mature, and even with them, it's really, really comfortable. But even though over here I was saying that you need to stop being so lax, like with your children, that's what your parents think. It's like you're you're not that lax though. Like you still stick the line. I don't know. It's just there's so I'm getting there's so much things to like about you, and then there's this like the one thing that they don't like about you. Yeah, great value. You have it. This is it's so funny how it's just so different from the other families. Okay, so this is the future of the connection that you're gonna have with them. I feel like okay, if this is a family that you don't know, right? Like or you're asking about someone else's family, I think that in the future something is going to happen to where I keep on getting this thing about you that this they could be overreacting about the way that they're perceiving you, like about you being negative. I don't know because it's like because specifically over here I'm getting like a setup to where it makes you look bad and it's done on purpose, or it's just like it's just or it could even be by an accident where it makes you look so bad, but it's like you didn't do it, but it just reinforces or reconfirms like their thoughts about you previously, and you're just never going to end up interacting with them again. So specifically over here, I was getting like a family member could set you up, or let's say this is your partner's family, and the brother starts just like hitting on you, or like the father just starts hitting on you, and it's like, okay, like stop, just no. But then the other siblings see it as like, oh wow, look at what Paul Six did. Paul Six is leaving on her dad. Paul Six leading on. Sorry, I meant leading on our brother, even though Paul Six is supposed to be dating our sister or our brother. I don't know. You get me? Like it's like a setup like that, but you didn't do anything wrong. Like you're just there, and it's like someone just in the family just ruins it. Like just and you're just like, yeah, I'll leave. I'll leave. I feel like you just giving up on this family, honestly, because there's a bunch of family members that are planning this on you, or one family member. I'm getting one family member that's wants to do this thing that's gonna make you look bad. It's this person's a mess. They are not at your level at all, and you know that, and it's like you're the only one that knows the truth besides this other family member. But even then, this other family member probably because they're hitting on you, like let's say if it was the version hitting on you, probably accused you of stealing because they really did think that, or they really thought that you were flirting back at them, and it's like you weren't. You genuinely weren't. You were just sitting there and looking straight. If they thought that you stole something, you were sitting there and living in the whole time. How did you steal something all the way like two floors up? It's like it's just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and you're just like whatever. I'm done. And you're just never gonna see me again. Okay, over here, how do they feel about you? I mentioned if this is about your family, they wanted you to basically like guide your siblings the right way or something like in the right way. And I feel like in the future, you are essential to the success of your siblings. And I feel like you've always been aware of this. In the future, all of them are going to be successful in their own way, and it's all going to be because of you. Like you did something, or you said something, or they saw you as an example, and they're doing it because of that. So let's say, like I was specifically getting like an acting scene. So let's say one of your siblings ends up becoming like an actress and actor, and they're like, hey, you know what, like come on set, and you're watching the scene play, and the director's like, oh whatever, like cut, like it's all good. And then the sister or brother comes back to you, starts talking, and then you like, don't you think you could have done that scene a little different? Like, don't you think you could have done this and this? And don't you think you can deliver your lines differently because it sounds kind of fake? Like, I feel like your advice and your critiques with your brothers and sisters are so essential to them, and it's kind of like mind blowing to them, like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Or you could just be like, hey, have you ever tried painting? Have you ever thought about starting a business? Have you ever thought about about volunteering at this particular place, and they're like, yeah, yeah, you're so right, politics, you're so right. Like you're, I'm getting like, I'm getting that with the Fourth Earth. Like I feel like you're not even, you're not, you're trying, but you're not thinking that your impact is this much on your siblings, and it's so profound. You're changing their lives. Not necessarily like they're always gonna see you like, oh my gosh, like wow, like always gonna look up to you. I'm sure you're gonna have your moments where you're gonna end up fighting with them, but in a way, it's funny because they want you to be a parental figure, but in the future, it's like you already are this parental figure, like yeah. And with the Three of Cups over here, I'm getting like you introducing this family as a whole, and specifically maybe even your father, to new animals, new experiences. It's like something with animals. I don't know, like, or you can give your father advice on how to take care of the animals or something, or how to, or just make them aware about animals. I don't know, like something about making them have more appreciation of. It's either your father or maybe like your brothers. I don't know, like making them have more appreciation for nature, because I guess like stereotypically like masculine energy isn't known to, like kind of like selfish, like just kind of focus on their own goals, on their own family, like they don't think about too much, just stereotypically. So with this in mind, it's like making them more aware of nature and like what's out there. You're just like, I, past 6 years, you're just so expansive. You're just like you. If this is your family, you're such a great person. I'm so in awe. Like this whole time, I've had so much more compliments to say about you, but I was like, this is not a compliment reading. Like this is supposed to be how the family feels about you, but this is ended up seeping out. So yeah, what an impact you have, and please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose Pile 7. Let's just go straight into this reading. So, ooh, I gotta pick up my hair. So, this is the family dynamic of whatever family that you're asking about. This is their family dynamic. And this card is supposed to represent how does this family perceive you. Are you asking about a family, or are you asking about something else? Clicked on this. You know what? The last part is always freaking weird. Whatever. It's always extreme, or it's not that it doesn't feel right. This energy, it's like this energy doesn't match with the question. The question has to do with the family that you're supposed to choose. But I'm getting like you. That's not the question that you're asking. But you still clicked on this reading. This is not the question that you're supposed to be asking. Maybe a message is supposed to come through. I don't know. This is weird. This is weird. Spirit is telling you whatever family you're asking about, whatever group you're asking about, like run the other direction. Do not. Like I'm feeling the need to like scold you. Like I'm getting like you're not gonna get your like at least from this card you're not gonna get your answer about their family dynamic, because it's like you need to stay far away from them. I don't know if it's because you did something wrong or they did something wrong to you. You need to forget about them. You need to move on, or like I'm getting to be very stern with you, but I'm not being stern. I'm just simply like I feel bad because I don't know why there's why I feel like spirit's like triggered right now. You get me? Whatever this family you're asking about, yeah, don't bother with them. But I feel like you know better. Like you're supposed to have already known this. Like you're not supposed to. Like you need to leave them alone, or like you better leave them. You need to leave them alone. It's like that. Like honestly, I'm getting the need to tell you like that. Like I don't know if you did something wrong, or maybe they did something wrong. Whatever. And this is how the family perceives you. If you did something wrong to this family, they actually have a very open heart and they're willing to forgive you. Like they genuinely forgive you. I don't I think the reason why you clicked on this reading is because you're not meant to meet them yet. Like it's this is not the right time to meet them yet or something. Either that or this family did you wrong and they're willing to like be open, like they've actually changed. They actually learned their lesson that they learned with you, and they're actually very open to learning new things with you. Like I don't, if this family did you wrong, I'm getting like like Bible verses, like the imagery of Bible on the pages flipping to specific verses and like them reciting them. So I don't know if they've had like a change of heart and like they changed to a different religion. I don't know if they think that they're holy, but there's a reason why Spirit's telling you to not. Like you need, like, why are you even asking about? I feel they need to get mad at you for asking about this family. Like you're still with it. Like you haven't dropped it yet. Like they're telling me to be mean to you, but like I don't know what your specific situation is. Like I don't, like, for all I know, a few of you might click on this and you're just like, I just want to know about my boyfriend's family or something. Then this is telling you like if you're if your next meeting was it's supposed to be next week, like don't with them, okay? Like make an excuse. Something is gonna go wrong or something. So this is how this family feels towards you. This is so weird. Whatever. Guys, some of you guys are asking about a cult. Some of you guys are asking about a cult. Some of you guys are going to go into a family that's like a cult, a family that is gonna try to make like initiate you into things. No, this isn't good. This isn't good. There's something not right. There's something not right. You need to run away from this family. You need to stay far away from them. If this is a family that you did wrong, it's like they genuinely are willing to like give you another chance and all this stuff, but it's like you literally owe us like the world. Like you owe us everything. Like you owe us car washes every single time you come. You better wash the dishes. But it's like that. I don't know why you did. If you did something wrong, it's like that. Like that's the only way they're gonna accept you in is if you're subservient to them, like very subservient. Like almost, I feel like a slave vibe. Like oh, every single time like you go over and you do all these things for them, you're exhausted, and they see exhausted at the end of the day. It's like, you know what? That's like an extra little 2 points added, and they have to reach 70 points so that way we can actually start training them regularly. In regards to the cult, like if they're asking about a cult, like they see you as like the perfect candidate, I'm getting like a rope placed around, like multiple ropes, and the inner rope is this one that ties to the leg, and up here is the one that's tying your knees, and up here is the one tying your waist. Like it's like they're gonna slowly bind you until it's too late for once you realize like, oh, this is a cult, I need to get out of here. It's too late. It's too late. So with this in mind, if you're dating someone, you need to watch out because they could be dating you because they want another member of this cult, or like they if this person asks you out like on a date, like, and they're like, oh, we're gonna see like my family, it's not their family. Like it's not their family. I don't know. Or if someone's asking you out on a date and they're like, oh, I mean, I'm just gonna end up spending time I still live with my mom, but you can come by though. It's like they could be kidnapping you. Like it's something like it's not good. This is not good. You need to run far away from this. This family, whatever group you're asking about, guys, please, please, like I'm begging you. Like Spirit's telling me to get mad at you and that you should know better. So maybe if this is like in regards to the kidnapping thing, like it's like them getting mad, like, are you so naive? Like you can't even see the signs that someone's trying to sex traffic you or something, and like you're feeding into it, or you haven't asked the right question. You haven't asked the questions like oh well, like you haven't like researched like their background check, like you haven't done that. Like I don't know, like they're telling me to get mad at you because I think that they're mad at you for not like seeing this coming. And guys, you know what? Like whenever your family, let's say, like I'm treating Spirit like family, like whenever family gets mad at you, it's because they care about you. Like especially if you're doing something wrong, like they're like if you're a kid, like you might get spanked or you might just get yelled at because you did something wrong, but it's like at the end of the day, it's because they need to save you, you know? And it's like, what can spirit do? You know, like what else can they do except channel it through me? And like they can't help but get so they're mad at you. Like, guys, just run away, okay? Please. I'm just begging you. Oh god. Oh, this is not good. This is not good, okay? And over here is this is family like you or not. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to continue this reading. I just want to cry like in a corner if I have to continue this reading. I'm getting like two separate messages. So this is like separate and these two are together. So it's like clearly they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't like you. Like they just want you. If it's a cult thing, it's like yes, they do like you, but it's because you're so naive or something. Like or if they're trying to kidnap you. Like I don't know, guys. If it's not this extreme, this is just a warning, okay? Just don't like. There's something wrong with this family. There's something wrong with them. If your person, if like I'm saying, like if this is like your partner's family or this is your friend's family, and you're going over, do not talk to anybody. Do not talk to anybody because this family is like dangerous. Like I'm getting like you could say one wrong thing and they're gonna like hack your computer. I don't know. It's like something that's messed up about this family. Mm. Anyways, definitely I'm getting like drinks over here and like group gatherings. It's either you did something wrong, so they're just gonna be sitting and drinking around. They're gonna be making a mess on the floor. They're gonna throw things on the floor. It's like you know what? I could picture this. Okay, if you did something wrong to this family, you come back. You're like, oh, okay, right, and you go to the kitchen and you're gonna help set up dinner. The dad looks at you and throws a lasagna on the floor, like looks at you right in the face, throws a lasagna on the floor, and it's like, clean it up. You know, I'm getting that, or like them being doing whatever they want with you, treating you however they want, and you being compliant and subservient to them, and just being a little B word, you know. It could be a sex trafficking thing where they're gonna put something in your drink and they're gonna take advantage of you. If it's not even that, like the person, they just want to rape you, or like I'm just seeing something so twisted. Like I could picture like them pretending to be a family and then drinking your drink. And why am I getting these bad? I have to say this, like them drinking your drink, and in reality they all are family, and they're all gonna record a RAPE tape, all of them with you in it, but it's because you're drunk. I don't know. You get me like this is so messed up. Mm-mm. And over here with the Ace of Swords and with the not the right time, it's like that's like spirit. That's like they're trying to yell at you. Like you know how I told you that they're mad. Like they want to they want me to yell at you, but I'm not going to. I am going to simply. I feel like they think that's the only way to get it through your head, though. Is if I yell at you, if I tell you why you being so stupid, you should know better, you should. It's one thing to learn a mistake from an ex cheating on you, and to be untrustworthy like that, but this is like a lifelong mistake. So it's like, whatever. This is the future of this connection. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared to read this. I don't want to read it for you guys because if it's bad, I'm gonna feel so bad. If it's bad, or I hope you avoid it. This is y'all crying. Oh my god, it's the future of the connection between this family and you, or this group and you, because I don't think they're a family. This is so messed up. Y'all got me feeling all types of emotions just to get to this ending. What? What? Ay, okay. The future of this connection, you're still gonna meet them, this family. Whether it's because you watched this reading or not, hopefully it's because you watched this reading. Because at first Spirit was getting mad at you, but maybe Spirit's getting mad at you because you're putting yourself in such a dangerous situation. So I'm getting like someone who could be, this is extreme, but like an undercover like CIA agent, and they're going into like a sting operation to like expose like a very powerful group. So it could be like a mafia or like could be like a sex trafficking ring, and you're doing this on purpose. Like you're purposefully putting yourself in this situation, and Spirit's just getting mad because it's like, oh, like you don't have to do this. Like you're risking your life, but like you're aware of this, but you're still doing it. But it's like I'm getting like you're actually, I don't know if you know what you're doing, but you at least are aware that these people aren't good. And I feel like you want to kind of infiltrate this family and you want to break it apart and you want to expose it or something, or like you want to mess with them. Like for sure, like you want to mess with them. You know why? I see why they wanted to yell at you. I think they wanted to yell at you because it's okay. Are you naive or are you okay? If you're naive, they want me to yell at you because as soon as you get this reading, you're still going to go, but you're going to be hyper analyzing, hyper aware of this family and how messed up it is. And you're going to find out exactly how it's messed up. And you're going to want to go more and more because you want to find out how messed up it is. But Spirit's yelling at you because it's like you're generally risking like your life or like you're risking your reputation. Like you're risking all this stuff just to do this. Like just for your curiosity. And if it's not that, and if it's like you're not naive, it's like you're like you know that this family is not good, and you're going into infiltrate. This is so weird. You're going into infiltrate to mess with them. First, you want to mess with them because you don't like them, you find it disgusting whatever they're doing. You want to break this family apart, but first you want to mess with them before exposing them. And that's the future of the connection that you're going to be doing that and you're actually going to go. But Spirit wants me to yell at you because they're mad that you're going to go either way because you're risking your life, you're risking things, and it's like this is so unnecessary. Out of all the things you can do, you're doing this. You know that this is bad for you. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Y'all, I was so scared for you for a second. I don't know if something bad or you know what. Here, I'll do you this favor, okay? Here, I'll use these cards. Is this is the outcome going to be beneficial for you or for the family?
Good versus evil. Is this outcome going to be beneficial for you or for this family? So are you going to be successful or is the family going to be successful?
It's going to go in your favor. Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so relieved to read that. I'm just letting you know I'm a very blunt person. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you if it's not good in your favor at all or if it is, this is in your favor. I don't know if it's very much in your favor. I don't think that. I think that it is, it's like romantic feelings. I'm getting like a successful bonding. But I was like, is it for you or is it for them? And I'm getting like it's for you. But you need to be careful because it could be a successful bonding for them. But I think you're aware of this, or like however you're going to go about it in the future, you're aware of this that you need to be very careful. Because they could easily switch up and be a good outcome for them, which isn't good. Okay? Guys, honestly, this is pretty dangerous. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you? Whatever. Good luck. Good luck. Like, I genuinely wish you luck. I, I'm gonna do a little prayer for you right now. Like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do a prayer for the people that this can be resonating. For Paul 7, please give them the protection and guidance that they need to go forth in this situation. That they come out alive and that they come out safe. Okay. Good luck. Okay? Wow. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye.